Hi guys, welcome back to another video of Brother in the Land. And today we're doing Scene 8, Act 2. It's a bit of a lengthy chapter, so let's get on with this. Scene 8, Act 2 shows Danny and Charlie going for badger hunting. Danny is carrying an empty bag while Charlie has one full of equipment. Danny is so clueless about what they are truly going to be hunting. Charlie hands Danny the smoke device and asks him to insert it in the shelter. He is taken aback by this and realizes that badger hunting is actually hunting people or more like robbing people. When Danny refuses, Charlie points a gun at him and forces him to carry out the task. After a few minutes, Mr. Cartwright comes out of the shelter, coughing and with compromised vision. Charlie points the gun at Mr. Cartwright, and Danny hits Charlie on the head with the smoke device. He takes the gun and points it at Mr. Cartwright and tells him to get everybody out of the shelter. He then threatens Mr. Cartwright to get carryable supplies like food, blanket, etc., or he will kill his wife. When Charlie says Danny's name, Sophie recognizes him, and Danny realizes whose house they're at. Sophie asks him if this is his way of accepting her birthday invitation. Danny asks when was it. Showing that he has no clue what day it is, Mr. Cartwright hands him the supplies. Sophie threatens Danny by telling him that they know who he is and that he won't get away with this. Danny simply replies that there is no one left to tell. She then tells her dad about his identity. Danny tells her that her dad can't help her this time. As Danny and Charlie turn to leave, Mr. Cartwright takes out his handheld gun and starts firing, injuring Charlie, more like killing Charlie. Danny panics and runs, leaving Charlie and the supplies behind. So, wow, that was a lot for this chapter. So, let's get on with unraveling it. So basically, as you know, that Charlie in the previous chapter invited Danny for badger hunting. And Danny is clueless till the last minute that what they're actually going to be hunting. He actually thinks that they're going badger hunting and they're just going to eat badgers instead, but that's not true. So Danny has an empty bag to carry the supplies that they're going to steal, and Charlie has one full of equipment to do this, right? So for this thing you need two people, one to basically get the supplies and the other to hold the people at gunpoint. So, anyways, Danny, as you know, he's not as cruel or doesn't act too much on survival of the fittest. So he refuses Charlie to help Charlie when he gets to know what he's up to. But of course, Charlie has a gun with him, and Charlie's like, I did not come all this way to get nothing. So he threatens Danny he threatens to kill Danny if he doesn't do what Charlie says. Anyways, Danny, of course, puts the smoke device in the shelter, which forces Mr. Cartwright to come out of the shelter coughing and with compromised vision. As you know, it's a smoke device, so it's not the best for inhalation or vision. So, anyways, Charlie points the gun at Mr. Cartwright. At this point, what Danny does that he takes lead and he hits Charlie on the head. He takes the gun, and at this point, we see a change in Danny. As instead of just going away or helping Mr. Cartwright, he points the gun at Mr. Cartwright. And later on in the next scene, we get to know that I don't. He thinks that he's changing. When you're living in this type of environment, it really does affect you, and you do change. So we can see a bit of change taking place in Danny. Anyways, other than that, we get to know that Sophie, she, I think we met her in Act 1, Scene 1. She's one of Danny's classmates, and Danny liked her. So Sophie had also invited him to her birthday. And Sophie then taunts him, saying that, "Is this your way of like basically accepting my birthday invitation?" And Danny's just clueless. He's like, "When was your birthday?" And this really shows that Danny does not have any idea what day it is, and what day it is, or how many days has it been since the incident, because because of the environment and situation, people are losing track of time. They're going back to their survival instincts, that the built-in body's instincts to survive. Anyways, Danny takes the supplies, and Okay, other than that, we also see that Sophie then threatens Danny by saying, "We know who you are and we're going to report you." And Danny, this is the other thing. Danny says there's no one left to report. Everything is in shambles. Nobody cares what you do. You can go kill somebody and nobody's going to hold you accountable because of the situation. There's no law, there's no order. It's just survival of the fittest, just like in a jungle. At the same time, we also see that she then explains to her dad who Danny is and where he lives. And Sophie's from the richer end. She had a big house and everything. So Danny basically tells her that her dad or her dad's money can't help her in this situation. And after that, we also get to know as Danny and Charlie turn to leave, Mr. Cartwright takes out his gun and he ends up killing Charlie. Danny panics because, of course, he wasn't expecting that. He was going on his adrenaline rush. So, anyways, he panics and he runs, leaving Charlie and the supplies behind. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. That's all for this scene. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and don't forget to subscribe. See you all in the next scene. Bye!